some of this stuff, it just, again, I really, truly believe this. It's less stressful to be honest than it is to elaborately try to build this multi-million dollar empire and then go to prison.
Well, but if you don't have any talent, and your talent is gift of gab, right? But you don't really have, because the thing that I had a problem with Ozzy and Huffington Post, even, I'm gonna just say that, was Ariana Huffington wasn't a journalist.
Right.
And that she was able to raise a lot of money. I believe that she single-handedly destroyed journalism because she was giving people bylines that didn't deserve to have bylines and not paying them any money. So people wanted to make a name for themselves, much like this Twitter blue. You get a blue check just because you pay for it. It feels very much like that, where you devalue the skill of journalism by giving people a byline and building your empire on the clicks, right? She was the first to do that. The clicks and the algorithms and putting stories out and just having a preponderance of stories that may or may not be vetted, may or may not be good journalism. Huffington Post now is run by a real journalist, Danielle Belton, who we had on yesterday. But when it started, foundationally, it was rooted in this kind of warehousing of people, whether they had skills or not. And I look at him the same way. I'm like, what, how he's not a veteran journalist. How is he able to form this whole media company where his claim to fame is interviewing all of these people and people are sitting down to interview him like that Vlad character? I feel like, somebody's got to say something.
Yeah.
Seena, I am.
I think you are. I think it's so crazy. But I want to pick up on one thing you said. You said clicks, right? We're all going after the clicks. Let's think about who pays for those clicks. Advertisers, right? People on Sirius, people pay a subscription, right? And you have some ads that you read, sure. But the bulk of how Sirius makes their money are on these subscriptions. When the internet overlords that made it, the big VCs, the Andreessen Horowitzes of the world, kind of created the modern internet through economics, they made an ad model. They made it into an advertising model. And what is an advertising model? It's an intention model. They need your attention. So then every software company that comes after that is going to build a company built on keeping your attention. There's that great 60 Minutes that I don't know if anyone saw where they just talked to the people that were like, yeah, we're making these apps so that you're addicted. We're literally studying the human mind and we're making you addicted to these apps because that's what advertisers need. They need you to be hooked. I'm hooked on this stupid little Marvel card game right now on my phone. If they tell me to buy anything right now, I would do it if they've got me. This is what it is. If back in the day we went to a subscription model, where we made microtransactions really, really easy for people. A couple of bucks here, a couple cents, a couple pennies here, where it was just this. And then it's going directly to the journalist or directly to the publication, the publisher. Then you have a completely different economic system that the internet runs on. And I think we're seeing the dark side of that because it was great. Free content, free videos, it's free. Yes. But my eyes aren't free. No, my mind is not free.
No. And there's a price that we're paying now because we can't trust our journalism, our media. We can't trust the things, back in the day, in the 50s and 60s, it was, game shows to entice housewives to buy vacuum cleaners and stoves and washing machines. Right. That was the game show model. And then it was the judges and the Jerry Springers. Right. It's all about enticing the people at home to stay engaged with this so that I can sell you a new car. I don't know if we can put that genie back in the bottle. And I think you're absolutely right. And I'm frustrated on some level because the way it's supposed to be. And you want to actually, highlight the people who are doing the work, but they won't get the attention. Cardi B has 137 million subscribers or followers on Instagram. So she gets to sit with Joe Biden when he's running for president and he doesn't come on Urban View.
Yeah. What? She could start a newspaper tomorrow. And she would be one of the top 10 newspapers in the world.
She was talking about running for president, which was really scary. And she could probably win with 130. That's about how many people voted for, not even that many people voted for Trump or Biden.
Yeah.
She if all her Instagram subscribers voted for her, she could be president of the United States. Y'all stop playing. You're laughing, but
I'm laughing. I'm crying on the inside, though.
God, this is scary. It's really scary. I was thinking, and thank you, people in Nubia. We're talking about the Mammy, the Jezebel, the Sapphire and the Tragic Mulatto. Well, Lena Horne, who could have been in that Tragic Mulatto or that Jezebel space, was often offered roles when she came to Hollywood, when she signed her contract with MGM, to play a maid or to play a prostitute or something, and she would not.
Yeah.
So she refused. Matter of fact, I think there's a story where her father came through and was like, I can afford to hire a maid. He was a little notorious gambler back in the 1920s. I can afford to hire a maid for my daughter. She doesn't need to play one. And he went in, right? But it didn't ruin her career, but it stalled her career. And if she wasn't able to tour, if she wasn't able to go into clubs and sing, she might have, not been able to be as successful or hold on until the tide turned. And they even put her on a list with Paul Robeson and others of being a communist. That was the other thing. Like, if you don't do what we tell you to do, we're going to throw you out of the country like Marcus Garvey. Yeah. If you're doing too much, we're going to deport you. Or like Paul Robeson and so many others that came after him, we're going to label you a communist, and take away your career. So he and a bunch of others had to go over to France to make a living, which is crazy. It's just really crazy that we live in that duality that you're talking about. Like, this is a strange country. And I wonder how those COINTELPRO, before that it was McCarthy. After that it was J. Edgar Hoover. I wonder if there's still, I guess there are, right? Still these agencies that monitor people who might threaten the power structure.
Well,
I wonder what they're
doing. What some people would call the deep state. This is, that's what's weird about these things. Like, the deep state is like this big boogeyman or something like that we talk about. But really, it's just people that are federal employees that have been there for a long time, that, are there through every single administration, they know presidents come and go, but they'll be the ones that are staying here because they keep the lights on. And when the lights are on, they are in charge. And that's scary. And I don't know who these people are.